Universal Underground, welcome to it, man. Another epic jam session of the hottest house music podcast is just about to kick off, and I'm sitting here today with superstar DJ Spinner, Mr. Enoch, hailing all the way from Chivenda, and we're gonna be having ourselves a super hangout discussing all things house music. Mr. Enosoul, how about you take center stage, my brother, and let everybody know who Enosoul is?
How are you, brother? I'm good, bro.
Who's Enosoul, my man? Let everybody know who Enosoul is.
Enosoul, it's Enoch Nkumilini. I'm originally from Venda.
Yeah.
I stay in Midrand right now.
Yeah.
I did electrical engineering at school.
Yeah.
I actually schooled just here at
Yeah.
Chinatown College.
Yeah.
In
Sorry.
Pretoria West. Yeah. So, yeah, and I'm a DJ producer.
All right. So, DJ producer Enosoul, record label exec. We have a lot of things to discuss, my man. How about you tell us, man, how it was like for you as Enoch, growing up, where did you go to primary school? How was growing up like for you just before you started messing around and playing around with, the music?
I went at my village primary school.
Yeah.
It's Butaro Primary School, and then until grade 5.
Yeah.
And then from grade 5, I went to Makwarani Primary School until when I went to Butawatsindi Secondary School.
Yeah. That's all the way in Venda.
Yeah.
Okay,
it's in
cool.
Venda. Yeah. And then I moved to Pretoria, I think 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
is this after doing?
Yeah, after matric.
Yeah,
because I was coming to school here in Pretoria West.
Yeah. So when what was like your earliest memories of music before Uganda, or was it just you being that guy who grew up in a family of music, or somebody out there who's like, yo, Enosoul, this is the way of life, What's your earliest memories of music?
I loved music when I was young.
Yeah,
I loved music when I was young, and then at home, actually, my dad loves music a lot. Yeah, but it's different genre of music. He used to play a lot of reggae music, Bob Marley, Yeah, so coming to Pretoria helped me a lot, even though I was already into music when I was in Vienna.
Yeah.
But when I came here, I had access to music and access to DJs. I could talk to DJs face to face, So fortunate enough, when I came here,
this is in 2009, right?
Yeah, 2010, somewhere in 2010.
Okay, sure.
2009, I was still focusing, man.
Oh,
when you get here, you need to focus, and stuff, Still, they tell you if you fail, you are coming back home. So, Yeah, so I had to focus, until I know that, man, there's nothing called you when you fail, you will go back home, man. Slice.
Yeah, so it's 2010, you're mingling around.
Yeah, so
speaking to some DJs. Yeah.
Yeah, I will follow Silibin. Silibin used to do a balcony party at Europa in the afternoon. After that, he will go to that side of us into this club called, now it's Liteka. It used to be
the guest house.
Yeah, it used to be
the joint.
The joint.
Yeah,
it used to be the joint.
Yeah, the joint.
So I will go with Silibin,
Yeah.
I will follow him around, and then I met Mix,
Through
and then
Silibin,
so when Mix was popular a lot at House 22.
Yeah.
And
were you a DJ already by then, or were you just?
No, I was DJing, but I'm that guy who's learning.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, but now I'm following the right guys, because I knew Silibin when I was still in Venda. There's this guy who used to talk about Silibin and say, yo, you used to school at TUT.
Yeah.
So whenever there's freshers, Silibin was killing it there.
Always.
So when they come back, they'll be like, there's DJs, but Silibin, he came at 4 in the morning when the party's done. And then, So it used to be like that. So that's why my focus when I came there was to follow Silibin, because I knew that, everyone talks about him.
Dude, that is very interesting. And then now you are with Silibin. He's, introducing you to the market. Or Otamalian, or you just following him?
No, I just follow him. Yeah, just forget about
just to be on
Silibin
the
yeah.
Yeah. And it's been a process.
Yeah, So
okay, so then now how does it now then become something that you are really pushing to become something more professional, and you know, who did you now speak to? Who then grooms and takes Enosoul to the next level? Do people even know you're a DJ, or do they know you as a music collector? You know, what's your position in life
at that time? No one knew me. No one knew anything about me. I'm just that guy who will come with Sylvain. Sometimes the bouncers will be like, "Ah, yeah, you're too young. You're not getting in."
Yeah.
And then I give Sylvain the bag. He gets in.
And you have
but
to
the
wait.
fact that I accompanied him, it meant a lot to me. You know, sometimes I wouldn't even get in.
Man,
so I will go back to Europe and groove back at Europe.
But it meant something.
Yeah, it meant something. Or I walked with Sylvain. I took Sylvain to a gig. You know,
interesting.
It was something like that. You know, and then from there, because I was doing that a lot, so I would get information and stuff. Now I start to know. Okay, this is what I want to do. I love this, and I want to do this. And then House 22 introduced something called Best of 5, where DJs, DJs come and play 5 songs, and then the best DJ get a slot for weekend. That thing was happening on Thursday.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so every Thursday DJs go there.
Best of 5.
Best of 5. And then the best DJ is gonna get a slot on weekend.
So when did you practice, my man? Remember, you're from Venda, you got to Pretoria, you're going to school. When do you get a chance to practice?
Whenever I come back from school, I will pass by a club. You know.
Yeah.
At first, I went to Cafe Concerto, but I went there once because that guy was not happy with that. You know. And then there's another club called Wajabulile in Sunnyside. So those guys allowed me to come and practice all the time. So after school, I will pass there all the time.
And then just do your thing.
Yeah, because my selection was good, man. My selection have always been good. You know, so those guys there, they used to love my selection a lot.
So when did you start collecting your music? Because now we know you're following Silly B. Obviously, it means
I collected the music before I even followed Silly B. When I was still in Venda, I was collecting music even when I was in secondary school. Yeah, I used to, with my lunch money, I would save it and buy music.
Dude.
Yeah, no,
that is some deep stuff.
I used to buy music. I remember one of the CDs that I bought was a 3-pack of Euphonic. It's For the Love of House.
Yeah, For the Love of House. So
I think it was volume 1. It had Love, Peace and Happiness. That album. So I bought that CD, you know.
So it was a great time for music because that's when they were starting to introduce the CDJ, the vinyl era. You know. Okay, so now you are in Mix's radar, you are in Silly Bean's radar, and they've introduced you to the scene and the market. You know, how do you then take things to the next level now?
And then I went to play at House 22 for the Best of 5.
Yeah.
And then I played there, Shabadipe, Reggae Chui, and then I continued going there every Thursday. You know, it's like
regardless.
Every Thursday. I will be there, you know, until I get used to the crowd. Okay, no man, these people I can rock them, you know. And then I started playing there every day.
So then, who then identifies and scouts Enosoul and says, you know, this boy is dope, man. I think we need to put this boy on, and you know, just make sure that his career starts, you know, tapping into different markets, and make sure that we promote him. How did you manage to secure that? Or did you do it yourself? How did it work? How did you eventually now move from being that DJ Best of 5 to
so I will go and play there without them asking me. You know, and then JR the other day, I think he knocked off early from work, and then it was on a Friday. JR Mudiba.
Oh, the
owner.
House 22. Okay.
Yes,
cool.
And then he didn't know me, of course, because most of the time on Thursdays he was not coming. But on Friday there's this boy playing there, and then there's Samakrutman, Brakrisi, Bramang Da. And then they always come to me and say, "Fan, Kupela mixtape." So I always have my laptop and empty CDs with me. I'll give them mixtapes. So they fall in love with me. They're loyal customers. They're always there.
Nice.
So they will tell him, "Hey, this boy, man, this boy." And then the other day he came there, and then I was playing. And then he said, "No, what are you doing tomorrow?" It was a Friday. I was like, "No, I'm going to Mpumalanga. I'm playing in Mpumalanga." He said, "Okay, it's fine. Come next week. And play." Said, "Okay, it's fine." I went and played to the following week. And then it was like, "No, if you're free, you can come and play." And then he gave me that opportunity to play there every day. So I was playing there all the time.
Plus, I remember House 22 was the hub of deep house music in Pretoria, you know, for the longest. I think it reigned for like a good 20 plus years, you know. And it was a good time for music and what we were doing. So how then does Enosoul get introduced to Tim White, you know, and now starting to, have affiliations with House Africa, and how you started, building your brand into a very more professional space. Because yes, you've introduced yourself, Rawi, to House 22, and then now you want to tap into the more professional space. How do you then meet Tim White and take it to that?
So they were launching Ralph Gum album at House 22.
Yeah.
House Africa.
I am correct. It's Tim White who put you on, though, right?
Yeah. So they were launching Ralph Gum album at House 22 for Fly Free.
Yeah.
They called Robert Owens.
International acts.
Yeah. So as always, I played there early.
Okay.
So I went there and played. Tim was there early because they need to do the gate takings and stuff selling CDs, merchandise and stuff. So he was there early. And then I rocked there. And then he listened to my whole set. After listening to my whole set, he came and asked me and said, can you please send me all the songs that you played?
Yeah.
And I'm like, no problem. I'm going to send them to you. And then I sent him, and then all the songs were exclusive. Most of them were Nesting F songs that were not released.
Yeah. Why not the that time? They hustle.
Yeah, most of them, that time of Joy, remember?
Yeah.
Joy before it was released.
Yes.
Yeah, it was rocking, man. And so I heard that song early, very early, So I had most of the songs that were not released. So I sent them to him, and he was like, okay, no, this is good.
I like this.
Yeah, and then they did another party in December, which was House Africa. It's a feeling party. Yeah. And then T-Dip was delaying. Yeah. I think, no, T-Dip was not delaying. He played, and then he had to go somewhere. Okay. So and then the next DJ was delaying. Oh, okay. And then Tim was like, brother, can you please do me a favor? I want you to play. Do you have a bag? And I'm like, no, I don't have a bag, but I don't stay far. Let me go fetch it. And then I ran and went to fetch the bag. Yeah. I came back and rocked a 1 hour solid set. After that
Which year is this, that time?
That was 2012, if 2012. Not 2013. No,
somewhere
like in 2013.
2013. So you're like 3 years in Pretoria, and now you're making an impact. Yeah. You're really making an impact. Yeah.
So he was like, no, man, I need you to play. I played, and then after that, he was like, no, okay, it's fine. Can you... He had my numbers, actually. Yeah. He texted me. Oh, the very same December. Yeah. He was booked in Venda.
Oh, okay.
And then I was playing one-on-one with Q. We played for 4 hours in Venda. So he came early. Tim is that guy who always arrives early at the gigs. Yeah. So he came and listened to the full 4 hours and was like, we need to meet in January.
That's what he's saying to you.
Yeah.
Did you believe
me and Q. I believed him. He said, okay, it's fine. He said, okay, it's fine. Guys, I need you to come to Sony offices. In January, he called and said, I need you to come to Sony offices. And then I catch a taxi and went to meet to Wheatbank, to Q's house. Yes. We wake up in the morning and went to Sony. When we get there, he said, I want to give you an opportunity to compile an album. What? Just 10 songs. Yeah. I said, okay, it's fine.
And that's how it started.
Yeah. By the end of tonight.
So the story is coming together.
Yeah, I will send you something.
So basically, you made sure that you fight for or not even fight, for lack of a better word, I'll just say fight. Marahokradi platform, you got the platforms and made the most of it until the right people and the relevant people heard you. Yeah. And then now you're speaking to pioneer in music, and the music and the house music scene.
Because he will call me every day. Yeah, he used to call me every day. So
January, you're in a taxi. Fast forward, you're at the Sony offices. What happens next?
And then it was like, no, I need 10 songs. And I'm like, okay, it's fine. When I get home, immediately when I get home, I'm going to send you something. Yeah. I was like, no, that's fast, bro. I'm like, no, don't worry. I'm going to send you something you never heard before. Yeah. So, okay, it's fine. I went home, we compiled. And then later around 8, I sent him everything. The next morning, he was calling me and saying, yo, what is this, bro? So where are you getting these songs?
So now you've got like the attention of one of the heavyweights, one of the biggest pioneers in music, Mumzanzi, and then you're talking. I'm assuming you BBM era BBM back then, ne?
Yeah.
Or whatever. Yeah.
No, we used to talk on email and phone calls.
Okay, so now you're speaking to this guy. You know he's interested in you. Did you know that you wanted to get affiliation with House Africa, or was that the beginning of all the other new ideas that came about from that? You know?
Because no, man. For me, honestly, I never thought. I never thought of anything. Because I remember even after releasing that album, I will go to Sony every week to collect CDs and come back and sell them on the street.
Yes.
And then that's when those guys are like, okay, you're the only guy who's selling CDs here. And I sold over 200 copies at that time, I remember, of House Africa Sessions 4.
Yes.
And then they were very impressed and be like, no, this guy ordered the stock.
Yes.
Let's give him his own album. And then I came with the name Into Deep.
There we go. It was actually my next question. Like, okay, so now how does it, all of that, because the story is, it's quite interesting.
Yeah.
You came from Venda, Pretoria school, meeting this guy, resident DJ, and then now you're in Sony offices. Not everybody gets a meeting in there.
Yeah.
You got yourself a meeting. Sony, they're promising you an album. The first one is you're doing very well with street sales. And honestly speaking, that's how I got to know Enosoul.
Yeah.
From street sales. I remember Foti was playing one of your CDs in his car. I'm like, who the hell is this? Enosoul. I'm like, dude, this is dope stuff, Arajo. You'll respect the guy. He sells CDs directly to the people over counter.
Yeah.
You know, and I'll blatantly tell you now to your face that I started selling my CDs over counter after I heard that you were doing that so well. I'm like, what? That is like street hustle 101.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And look, man, for what it's worth, it's some inspiring stuff. A big shout out to you.
Sure.
Great. Now you're getting your next deal. Your pay-per-view album as a solo artist is coming through.
Yeah.
And what happens next? What's the plan? Into Deep. You're introducing Into
Yeah.
Deep. Did you
And
know
then
that it was eventually gonna become?
I gave them the best album.
Or what?
Yeah, the best album of 2014.
Yeah.
With the biggest hit.
Yeah.
But that was not recognized. Trust featuring Kabomo. Yeah. So I gave them that album, and then I sold over 1,000 copies on the street.
It's a big achievement. It's not
on
easy.
the street, and then Musica sold over 6,000 copies.
Yeah.
So that album
Nice.
sold a lot,
Nice.
a lot. It was one of the biggest albums at South
Yeah.
Africa at that time. And then there was no need for them not to let me continue with the session. And then I continued with the session. Actually,
Nice.
after that album,
Yeah.
Tim called me to Sony again and say, I want you to be the A&R. So I need to collect music and bring it to South Africa. So most of the music from Amapiano guys to Deep House to everything that was released under South Africa.
You were A&R.
Yeah, I was the A&R there.
Yeah.
You know, that,
How was that feeling, bro?
yeah,
Like,
it
that
was
is such
good,
a,
man.
that
It was
is such a
good,
big
man.
responsibility.
All the compilations from House Africa sessions, House Africa, Mzansi House, Hit Refresh.
Yeah.
I'm involved in many of them.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I'm involved in none of them. MFR Souls, Kabza the Small,
Yeah.
so many people.
Yeah.
I was the A&R there, but no one knew that I'm the one that is taking the stuff
And plug it.
and plug it.
Yeah.
I was doing that.
Dude, that upper A&R, especially for a label like that is a big deal.
Yeah, it was a
It-
very
it-
big deal.
It's a really
yeah.
big deal, and you kept it under wraps. You were chilled about it, still doing your street hustle. So now
Yeah,
how do
so
you-
not so many people knew that I'm the
Yeah.
one who takes music and take it there.
Yeah.
But I was the one.
So now how do you then figure, like, you know what, I've been A&Ring for House Africa. It's time now I do 360 Enosoul. Introduce Into Deep Records, introduce the brand, and because you've got a lot of projects under the Into Deep umbrella, you know. You've got a one-man show under that umbrella. You've got the Into Deep sessions. You've got the House Africa compilations that you're doing. You know, how did you know that you want to establish Into Deep Records and position it in such a prominent space? Because that is a prominent space. You know, if you're already in bed with Sony and House Africa, we're speaking volumes now. What's going on? What's next? What's going on in Enosoul's
So
mind?
I've always believed that one day I need to have my own thing, you know. And I think registering and starting Into Deep Records was the best move.
Yeah.
Yeah, because at some point doing A&R, licensing so many songs at House African stuff, I get to learn a lot, and Tim will always advise, man. Tim will actually advise you. He will tell you what to do.
Yeah.
Even when I started Into Deep, he was the one who was telling me what to do. You know, I remember even compile one of your songs, 10 Joys.
Hey,
it was
dude,
on one of
a
my
big
albums.
shout-out,
Yeah.
A big shout out, man. I remember you were like, yo, dude, I heard this song. And I'm like, thank you so much for that, bro. You know, that song put me on from that compilation so bad, man.
Yeah.
Because I remember after the release of that House Africa album, I started getting a lot of requests for people's wanting remixes.
No, like House Africa used to be like that.
It's
Man.
such
It
a
used
plug,
to
man.
plug, man.
Yeah.
You know, so I decided to start my own thing because I knew a lot of things to do. I knew what to do.
By then, did you want to sign artists, or were you trying
no,
to
no,
adapt,
no, no, no,
adapt that formula?
No, we don't sign, man. We don't sign, you know. That's what Tim told me. Even me, when I was crying to him that I want to be signed, he said, no, you don't sign.
That's not how we do this.
No.
Yeah.
You don't do things like that.
Yeah.
You do the licensing, less stress, you pay royalties, you're done.
You're done.
Yeah, less stress. You just need to... You don't need stress.
You've had yourself a dope mentor. You know, having a mentor like Tim White. You know, I remember at some point you used to give him shout outs on your Facebook.
Yeah, no, it's, he helped me a lot. Because he showed me business, man. I was going to take a lot of bad deals, but fortunately enough, he was there on my side to tell me what to do.
So in the midst of all of this, now you're compiling, or I'm sure your email is blown up.
Yeah, no.
You know, how does it feel when you start rejecting some of the songs? Do you get backlash from it? You know, how do you manage all of that?
It's not like anyone knew what I was really doing.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Even though if someone sent me the songs, Tim was teaching me that when someone sends you the song, you don't reject it in a bad way.
Yes.
You just have to be like, hi, I got the song. I really love it. Unfortunately, we are done.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
So they understand that, okay, they love the song, but...
we missed this part.
Yes, you understand.
Yeah.
So
you've never got backlash from
No.
You guys are running a well-oiled machine. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so now fast forward, you've established yourself. You've done this for House Africa, and you've done this for Into Deep Records. Your one-man show. How does now all these other concepts start coming together for Enosoul? You know?
You know, I'm that guy who loves learning, man. I want to learn all the time. You know, when I see something... I was talking to Kabza a few weeks back.
Yeah.
When we were in Kimberley there, he was like, hey, Mfana, photographer. Hey, photographer. I saw what your photographer is doing, man. I want to do same thing.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm that guy who sees something and be like, this gonna work.
Yeah.
And learn from it.
Yeah.
You know,
you give props where they do.
Yeah, so that's what happens with me. So when I see something that I think is gonna work for me, I try and do it. And I don't try and do it trying to compete or I try and do it for myself in a way that even the person who started it doesn't have to feel intimidated about it or anything.
I hear what you say.
Yeah.
Nice one, Enosoul, man. So after everything that you've been through, my man, like obviously compiling various records, knocking on so many other different doors, with the establishes in Pretoria, like I said, you do have your one-man show. It's up and running. You know, has there ever been a point where you felt like, you know what, Joe, this is overwhelming for me. You know, I just want to give up. I'm out.
Yeah, something like my birthday. You know, I used to have one of the biggest birthday in Pretoria. So I think I am over it. I don't want to do birthday gigs anymore.
Yeah. Is it just the gig that you wanted to leave, or did you holistically wanted to quit the game? Because, you know,
no. I just want to quit doing my birthday tour and stuff. And events, you know.
Yeah, well, I guess it is what it is. It's a birthday in. All right, so we're checking out some of, you know, your private spaces. You hang out with Kabza, making music out there. Who is Enosoul when he's not in music? Like when you're just chilling at home, you know, lounging on your couch or whatever it is. Like, what do you do when you're not in music? Who is that guy?
Most of the time I spend my time at home, man.
Yeah.
I'm always in bed watching TV, you know.
Yeah.
I am that guy who only go out when there is something that needs to be done. If I'm not going to print T-shirts and sweaters and stuff, then I'm home. if no one calls me and say, come to this place, do this, I'm home. So I'm that guy who's always at home.
No, you're just minding your own
Yeah,
space,
you know, so...
who's your friends, though? Who do you hang out with?
I've got a lot of friends.
Yeah,
man.
like when you
I've
go
got
once in a
lots of
while,
friends.
I want to come hang out with you.
So many guys who stays next to me there, man.
Yeah.
So many guys. If I'm not going to Mother Jess' house, I'm going to go to car wash. A lot of friends at the car wash, this car wash where we chill sometimes. Yeah, so I've got a lot of friends, man.
So
depending on who's calling me, what's happening and stuff, you know. So I don't just want to be out unless if it's weekend.
It's really necessary.
Yeah, you know, if it's weekend and then I don't have gigs and then someone is be like, no man, let's go out.
Hang out. You like Enosoul goes out and
I just want to have fun, man. You know, I love having fun. If there's one thing that I really love is to have fun. And because I believe life is too short, man. So I really don't want to. And Funus Nisha.
Alright, so in the next coming like 5-10 years, man, what is Enosoul doing? Which spaces are you moving into? You know, are you gonna go executive and just be a businessman in music, or are you gonna retire and manage artists? You know, what is the whole? Are you gonna open a lounge? Are you just gonna do events? What's the end goal?
My wish is to have my own place, man. Like my own club. You know, I am very inspired by what DJ Somebody's doing.
Yeah,
it's so inspiring. So my wish is to have my own club. Like Somebody and Shims actually. So in the next 10 years,
you're working towards that.
Yeah, you know, since I'm the record label owner now, I manage the money and everything.
Yeah,
I just want to be that guy who doesn't withdraw any royalties. I pay royalties from my own pocket, and then leave all those investment in my music account. You know, so that's my pension. That's what I want to do. You know, I just want to have enough money to pay my royalties and know that I have a statement. I have enough money to pay everyone royalties. And then I don't withdraw any money there. And then in the next 10 years, I want to have enough money that I will say, I don't get bookings, I don't have what, but I've got a pension. You know, so that's what I want to do.
And your own club.
Yeah, and my own club. You
know, it's such a dope story, man, Mr. Enosoul, man. So outside of everything else that you've done, you know, you've gigged everywhere around the country, shared stages, you know, with your kabzas and whatever. Who do you aspire, you know, to rock with one day, you know, either in studio or either on stage, or if you have plans of conquering the international market sometime soon?
Right now, I want to work with Wushe.
With?
Wushe.
Wushe, yeah.
Yes. If I can work with Wushe and Simi. No, I think I'll be done, you know, because myself, I love vocals, man. I really, really love vocals. So I believe that Wushe and Simi right now are one of the best vocalists in South Africa. So I would like to work with them.
Great stuff, man. Just before we get you to rock on the ones and twos, my man, please just let everybody know when they can find you on your social media platforms and how we get to book Enosoul. I really wish we had more time. But definitely. We're definitely doing this sometime again in the near future, my brother. Please let everybody know where they can find you on your social media and your booking details.
For bookings, it's bookings at intodeeprecords.co.za. You can find me on social media. Enosoul Into Deep. At Enosoul Into Deep, all my social media.
On all your social media accounts. That's Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, right? All right. What should you expect on your set?
No, I've got new music, bro. I've got a lot of new music. I've been working for the past weeks. For the past weeks, I was working. So I'm looking forward to share this with you guys.
All right, man. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for tuning in. We are out here hanging out with superstar DJ, record label owner, hustler from Venda, hustling the streets of Gauteng and showing us how it's really done. Mr. Enosoul Into Deep, thank you so much for hanging out with us on the Universal Underground. Make sure that you like and subscribe to the channel over there, Fat Cats Music. Otherwise, it's at uug.podcast. That's on Instagram. In the meantime, keep it locked and leave your comments on the comment section. Voila. Universal Underground, welcome to it, man. Another epic jam session of the hottest house music podcast.
Must Strobe lights, usually not my vibe, but my friends convinced me, so I'm here alright. I wasn't looking for nothing, just to have good time. But then you got me buzzing like a neon sign. And ooh, I'm hypnotized by the way you move. So free, yeah. And ooh, and though I'm not really sure what this all might mean, yeah. Strobe lights, usually not my vibe, but my friends convinced me, so I'm here alright. I wasn't looking for nothing, just to have good time. But then you got me buzzing like a neon sign. And ooh, I'm hypnotized by the way you move. So free, yeah. And ooh, and though I'm not really sure what this all might mean, yeah. I wanna get close to ya, cause I think that you might be the one that can take me high, it's trial by fire. I wanna get close to ya, cause I think that you might be the one that can take me high, it's trial by fire. I wanna get close to ya, cause I think that you might be the one that can take me high, it's trial by fire. I wanna get close to ya, cause I think that you might be the one that can take me high, it's trial by fire.
Talking about having a good time with house music. people that don't quite get it, that just don't understand what it is you feel when you hear Barbara Tucker sing, I Get Lifted. They just don't understand when India goes into her prayer, why it takes you there and you don't understand the words. And honey, it doesn't even matter if you got 2 feet. Woo! And we can feel it. We can